Mm, I need to do some sound tests. Seems fine to me. Okay. Seems good. Am I live? I am. Okay. Good. Alright. So this is gonna be part 5, I believe, of investigations. I took a pretty big break because I'm sorry. I recently started a new job and I had to get accustomed to. But now I'm mostly good. Obviously I'll have, I mean, I wasn't streaming a lot already, but you know. But at least now that I'm mostly settled in, I should be able to play a bit more. I've been playing a lot of Valorant, so I can't even lie. But I don't really want to stream those because it's the game I treat as like my personal time with friends game, you know? I'm not much of a solo competitive gamer. That's why I'm here. Anyways, Miss Meal. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that's simply not possible because Mr. Hicks was dead long ago before we ever touched on Zhengfa. Oh? Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did? No one could make a mistake so large, Mrs. Meal. But I'm not that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must have been a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Mrs. Meal. If you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 AM and 6 AM when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Miss Edgeworth? Oh yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Oh, yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Jesus. I forgot I can't speak very well. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
Hold it!
You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way, sleeping is part of our job too, you know.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up. I'm awake, I'm awake. Oh, what did I miss? Poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash on your stead. Really? Sorry about that. To make amends for that by continuing your testimony. That is, I was in a fight in this room all by himself.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah. No one else ever popped in my... Jesus. Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh? Well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Raise an objection? Yeah, I kind of forgot. It's been a hot minute. It's been like a month since I was played. It's like... What in the... Left in it... Oh, yeah. This. Miss Meal. There is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. Because of this.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Mrs. Meal. Huh? A receipt for what? This was a suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero. Yes. There's the killer here. Thought you have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m. You took a trip from the first class down to the first floor in the in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Mrs. Meal there at that time? No. So Mrs. Meal. Were you really where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal. The bathroom? I probably just missed her nature calls, you know. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance to hear me out? Look, I know you suspected me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please, please leave Miss Tenero out of this conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Mrs. Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can very well let her escape, can't I? Never mind. But you want to know some with Jesus. But you also want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now it's not the time for this sort of talk. I wish I had a more like soothing voice to match. I would imagine Mouse to have a voice like deeper and like more serious.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statement, goddamn. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. Ah, but say I wasn't intended, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. But you think that maybe you had on Miss Rhoda too?
Hold it!
She's already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten? Oh yeah, I guess I just forgot. Yeah, there's no one else could have done it. Minmi, a killer? No one else could have done it.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Mrs. Meal? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count. But I spent so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Kemi is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Virginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? Yeah, so I'm really good at Virginian. She's fluent in Virginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Virginian. Very interesting. Is it? Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes. Oh, but why? While Mr. Nero is busy with the passengers and all of your other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime. Sergio, you cease and desist. I demand that you cease and desist this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to lift your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Mrs. Emil does any actual work with this flight. It's not true, Mr. Edwards, although, well...
Hold it.
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Virginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from and into Virginian. He's the only member of the crew who understands Virginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Meal. I take it then that your job to process all the Virginian paperwork, yeah? See, I totally pulled my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Mrs. Meal, is there a lady like to push suspicion onto someone else? That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying I'm just saying that Mrs. Rhoda is very sus. Hey, must be a really abstract concept, huh? But I mean, I guess I'll present her this. So you're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while. If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Mrs. Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Huh? Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really, all you did was sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight, I suppose. And this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, the driver starts to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member. After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I was just talking. I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now Mrs. Tenero is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. I have no proof that Miss Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame pour the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicion. I have no clue what he's talking about. This proves that the killer was out to frame Mr. Nero from the very beginning. I haven't played this in too long. I can't. I have no clue. It's... Let's go with this, I don't know. But wasn't there a piece of it that's still unaccounted for? This is a context in prison to continue. Piece of evidence still unaccounted for. The cloth?
Take that!
Nope. The phone?
Take that!
Yeah, I haven't played in too long. I don't remember at all.
Take that!
This? Wait. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble of doing so? To do so. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Mr. Nero for the murder. Mr. Nero buys a suitcase on flight every flight she works on without fail. My apologies. Okay. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase, ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of a special circumstance surrounding this particular case. What's the need for it? Probably where? Plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movement is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone could be the killer. Jan and... Yeah, we don't have evidence. Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. I don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that I still not accounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. The phone?
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. That's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska. We were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Mr. Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with him? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Ha ha ha, come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, shall we? Franziska, I'd like to ask you for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Agent Hicks' phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. You're a detective? Now, where is it coming from? You must find it. In here? In there? What? It can't be. Mr. Nero. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, and Mr. Nero is like here. What? But I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me, it wasn't me.
Objection!
Objection!
In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that signs the truth is the evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. Should I do? Franziska's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. When did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on it. On or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Mazatory? Not over yet. I've yet to forget why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this one in more detail. LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning on to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. The cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own, and mine can take photos just fine. You think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this, in particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for a killer smuggler. The phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with the electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is to transfer the data onto my phone. Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. She's the youngest here. She's 19 compared to everyone else. Yeah. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to update some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, the other thread's nowhere in this picture. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ah, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Higgs's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this hood I can use? The suitcases? The fact that all of the suitcases are here in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time, so what exactly is so odd about the suitcases that haven't been used yet being here? Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between then and now. I give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening, a rejection, and a contradiction. Boxes of the bed sheets. What's all this? Oh, they're the cargo ship from Virginia to Zingfa. So the reason they aren't here now, they were dropped off to Zingfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of these boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written Virginian. It says... It is cloth in English. Could it be... Is this where the killer... What? What for is this scary face? Miss Meal. Yes? It appears that Agent Higgs was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Virginian cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Cloth?
that!
The killer used this piece of blood to swipe up the blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I finally found my answer to this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhangfao had cloth written on it. In Virginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Virginian. And the only crew member that fits the description is you, Mrs. Camille. Ah, that's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if a box is in English or Virginian.
Objection!
uh... Logically, the killer would have opened up this box first. Wait, what? Wait, what? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginian, well then... the bed sheets one.
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right in front of the box, sir. Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Virginian cloth. You have an explanation for that. The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the boxes for the sheets had been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhangfao. That's right. That's why the Virginian cloth was used. And the only Virginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Miss Camille. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is to contact the Zhangfao authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Mrs. Meal? Why not confess your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhangfao? He was an Interpol, I couldn't stop it. Couldn't be found out. I was scared, I was in trouble. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect engine, sir. sick now. And whenever we even a prototype, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary. Quite sure the ring behind this one means serious business. I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. See, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down the lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we were here at Go Airlines are always ready to serve you. Are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. By the way, where's Franziska? Because I'm paperwork for departure. Contribute to Gunsu to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective. Can you cancel the car I had you reserved earlier? You got it, sir. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed I have no time for adult chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however. It has been a while since we last met. Just who do you think I am? You're Franziska von Karma, a very proper secretary, deserving of much respect. But a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. Sure, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. He lost to Phoenix. The group I'm on the trail up is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. Maybe don't have to worry, I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there is another agent on this case with me. Another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents, and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. I'm not following you. You understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And just like that, she's gone. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. You might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. And that's the brilliant patrol car if you want. Well, maybe remind you safety first. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. The players on the other side of this war, they thought they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Huh? Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah. You forgot my voice, Miles, my boy. Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. I hope the picture quality is fine. Probably. Yeah, it seems okay. My chat should be fine. Let me test. Yeah. The kidnap turnabout. We played for 40 minutes. I need to go in about an hour. So I probably have to continue this a little bit. Oh. No, make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you. Go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who'd have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see, I checked the money is all there safe inside the suitcase. Now all I have to do is wait for the instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred onto my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is a meeting place after all. Welcome to Gitwater Land. Oh, thank you. Proto Badger, nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? Picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. That's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Emano. Can I picture some sort of voice alteration device? I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, it's a gumshoe. I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Yes, come to the haunted house. Just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. Suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until the police backup arrives. Ugh. It was a trap. The guy betrayed. No, it can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are you talking about? Split police. Alright. In front of meet up. I can move my body. Fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like this, like it is now when I made the drop off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Genshu lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I don't remember if there was a case about him in Phoenix Wright. There might be. Maybe I'll play it one day on stream. But I have the DS game, so it's kind of difficult. The trilogy? Haha, was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? How dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? What the fuck? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? Kidnapper? Me? No way. I've done such petty crimes. Nope. I'm into something much, much bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. In depth of blah, blah, blah. For I am the great thief Yataragasu. Great thief. Did she really clean say the Yataragasu? K Faraday. Can you call me KK? I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. An icy glare on me, you know? There you go. Not a really file for you, man. I owe you my thanks. You call yourself a great thief, yet. Are you really a thief at all? Get it. You think that young lady like me can possibly be a big-time thief, right? Pure-blooded great thief. What? Of course that's mine. I hadn't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. Whoa. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you're the Yataragasu. Yatagarasu. Do you mean you're the? That only recently. It's not anything. The second. There's one thing and one thing only I want to steal. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I remember. It would seem that we're locked in from the other side. No, I don't hear you. La la la. You remember where you came in from, right? Looks like you might be the only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. It's a good height to make. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't drive that height to make an exit. This is my phone. Mr. Edgeworth, I was so worried. For a spell with a kidnapper after all. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. But doing that, I sort of. Sorry, but I'm afraid you had to make do with me. Who is this? Shy Long Long of Interpol. Those are the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. Why would you say that? Lungzi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a bit of ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. So this has happened because I lapsed in my judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of there post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? Well, I'm the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. Okay. You're the one who wanted to go in alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. And once we do get the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you eventually. It's only the head sitting out there on the floor. There's something inside the bottom right box. Big badger costume. This should be Badger Clan with this. Here is a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. Yeah, 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badger the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they used it to make a theme park? Handcuff shape, double looping roller coaster. That's good enough. And what do we have here? Oh. Did you want me to take a look? Oh, I see this definitely. A key. My nemesis. The Bad Badger. Blue Badger I met in the main gate. The Proto Badger. Another Blue Badger. The very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. Just look how long her eyelashes are. Hmm. We light the paint on fire and send out the color smoke signal. Maybe not be great for me saying I'm a thief and all. Please don't ever place my name in the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the roof of the locker from here. There's ginormous lockers anyway. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just a Blue Badger, it's his whole family too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Oh, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that, that's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badger, there was one sitting at the... I guess the wall in the haunted house. Seriously. But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You had to take a picture of the costume once walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game? How quaint. How about using the sign to prop up to this, huh? No? No? The beam was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps I could make it over here from the window if we climb this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing it, you need just leave it to me. What do you mean as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? You know where the person who kidnapped you went? I thought they locked you up in here. It sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. The regular kidnapper was talking with someone. That's right, I'm dealing with two kidnappers here. And then they left. It will seem as they were done with you. Case, my kidnapping seems like the afterthought to the 1 million. Maybe if they went to the next room, let's see what we can find through the slots. Chairs. Handy hint. Now we'll get out of here. Is that what I think it is? Those are the kidnappers at an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnels themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up again against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. The tunnel? Now first, let's do keys and lock here. Nope. No. The floor panel and the beam. Yeah, there might be a trapdoor next to the beam. I don't know. No, not the locker. I'm stupid. The hook on this beam. Come on, even you have to admit there's... it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw, the adjacent room is clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Okay, well, probably the key. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny cat you've taken quite a liking to. I find the ladder just lit. That's all. A lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really darn crammed down here, so I really doubt there's an exit. Can't believe that happened. You're such a win for leaping before you look, you know. How is it supposed that the ladder is removable? Oh, well, use the ladder. Your reckless actions were refused after all. You were actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. What about it? Yes. March 13th. Looks like it stops from raining for now. Count off. Shifu. Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? Everyone has a name that their parents give that their parents gave to them. 2 or 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, has never won. Got it? What the fuck? You're Agent Lang, I take it. Infidel. How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Suspect that they soon feel this is the disciplinary bite of an elder. Listen, mother, please accept my card. That's right, Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent for the Republic of Zamfa. Apparently, this man has a highly successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang. What exactly is an Interpol agent? It's clearly a domestic case. That's none of your business, Mr. Persecutor. How is it not? The murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? You sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. I would have sold the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be here with us today. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge.
Knuckle back!
You're in the wilderness now, Mr. Professor, and where are your league? But why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy persecutor. But the truth doesn't need the lies you to distort it today. Alright, men. Jump on the perimeter around the Gatewater line. I guess I had to ask the Detective Grimshot to fill me in on that. So I've been playing for about an hour. I technically still have a little bit of time, but I think I'll stop here. We finished the plane case, so that was good. Try to not stream in a month next time. So yeah, I'll see you next time.